ImPJComics. I bet you're wondering, how'd I get in this situation? Being caught as an imposter and drifting off to my quote-unquote death? Look, we'll get into that, but for now, fuck twin telepathy, that shit does not work. Alright guys, how you doing? I just want to say, I love this game, but I hate this game. Among Us brings out what was dormant deep inside of me. The idea that I just might be a calculative, sociopathic murderer. I thought I had a heart, but I don't behind the sticks for this game. Or screen, whichever. Point is, this is the game, this is a great game, and if you've never heard of this game, you're probably living under a rock. And I'll explain it as simply as possible and as fast as possible. You and 9 other friends or randoms are trapped in an area, usually a ship, and have to fill the taskbar by completing all their tasks to get the dub. But 2 or 1 person amongst the 10 of you are imposters. Their job is to murder all crewmates without being caught and discovered. If a crewmate finds a dead body or feels something is afoot, they can call a group meeting and to discuss and break down who the killer just might be. Simple, right? Wrong! The tasks crewmates have to do are sometimes stupid. I couldn't scan my card and I was murdered! But that's not what this is about.
So, PJ, you left on a ship with 5 other crewmates and you were the only one to come back alive? What happened?
I'm here to tell a story about how I murdered all my friends. And Among Us. But first, before I continue, if you're new here, you're probably part of the 60% of people that see my channel and aren't subscribed. There's one thing I want to say to you. Subscribe, damn it! You think you can get away with this?
Yeah?
I think not!
Jokes aside, y'all push it up from 30% to 40%, so thank you. And you new viewers can be a part of that. So if you're new here and you enjoy my content, subscribe. It's completely free and you can always unsubscribe. I'm on to you. So, my friends and I played Among Us, and I'm only going to talk about 2 games that I remember very well, where I was the imposter twice. In the first match, it was me, my good friends Jalen, Armani, Brian, Tamarcus, and Curtis, my twin brother. So, that's 5. And we also had 3 other randoms, and that made 8. So, now we were eligible to play a fair game with 2 imposters. So let's actually begin. Me and Curtis became imposters. My own twin brother. Yeah. In my head, as the game starts, I thought Curtis being my partner was perfect. We got that twin telepathy. We were partners in crime. What could possibly go wrong? Except that it was his first time playing. So we load in the cafeteria and everyone goes their separate ways. And as an imposter, the best strategy with all these people is for him and I to stick together and be each other's alibi for when we kill a crewmate or even get a double kill. So I follow Curtis past weapons towards navigation. We also can't talk to one another, so our only means of communication is him and I being on the same wavelength. But that was a fail. You want to know what he did? I literally look at him for a good minute, do some communicative maneuvers. Yo, dude did not respond. Then he runs away out of navigation. So I follow him, but I'm trailing behind. And when I get to weapons, he left me with a dead body. And it's like I can't not report it, regardless if I reported it or not. I was fucked because Brian's a sweaty. When I reported the body, Brian pointed me out when I mentioned I was in navigation during the discussion time, saying I was closest to the body that Curtis left. And the only reason why he knows that is because he was watching everyone's location in admin. And Curtis didn't vouch for me. He didn't vouch for me. In fact, he didn't say anything. He was quiet. Thus, bringing us up to date, me floating in space. So, while this is the end of game 1 and the beginning of game 2, it's also the beginning of the end for my friends, because I was legitimately upset and I decided I'm gonna be the smartest person in the room the next time I'm imposter. And luckily, I got to be imposter the next round. The only difference is that it was only us 5 and no randoms, so it was just me, Brian, Jalen, Curtis, Armani, and Tamarcus. It was hard to communicate with randoms because we had to type, and we were all playing mobile while in the party chat on our PS4s, so it was kind of hard to type. So here's the hit list. Brian needs to die off rip. Brian's a sweaty, and he'll be monitoring everyone's location in admin like a weirdo. Then after that, I gotta murk Jalen. After the discussion time, Jalen will pick up on who the murderer is by the pattern of deaths. So if I kill Armani before him, Jalen will suspect me without hesitation. Next, Armani needs to get a bonk, because he's almost as smart as Lynn. And finally, Curtis or Tamarcus. So it's perfect. Nyah, nyah. We all spawn in that cafeteria. Everyone goes their separate ways. Operation Obliterate Brian is 100% a go if he goes straight into admin.
I like your cut, you.
Oh! Brian's dead. The next best thing to do right now is to hit the vents, so that's what I did. I made a clean getaway without anyone noticing. Then, a couple minutes later, Armani found the body. Before they started questioning anyone, Jalen pointed out he hasn't seen Armani do any task at all, and that he might be imposter. And of course, Armani offered a rebuttal. They ended up arguing the whole clock away, and while Jalen was the next person I needed to kill, it turns out him accusing Armani made him get voted out because he was a little too uppity on finding the imposter. So that left Armani being the next following Curtis and, well, Tamarcus. Armani was the only one that knew how to play the game properly, so I decided to sabotage the reactor because it takes two to fix the reactor. And just like that, Armani was obliterated with my RPG!
丈太郎貴様だディオほう向かってくるのか逃げずにこのディオに近づいてくるのかせっかく祖父のジョセフが私のザワールドの正体を試験終了チャイム直前まで問題を解いている受験生のような必死こいた気分で教えてくれたというのに近づかなきゃてめえをぶちのめせないんでなほうほうでは十分近づくがよい時は動き出す
Nah, that didn't happen. I just stabbed him. And that's not the point, though. I just wanted to animate it, and that was the best. That was one of the things I wanted to animate. I reported the body, and out of the three of us, I convinced Curtis that Tamarcus killed Armani and got the dub. And that's how I murdered all my friends in Among Us. Honestly, that's pretty much it. Thanks for listening to me be dramatic, and it gives me an excuse to animate something crazy for y'all. You know, it's pretty cool. Before I close off, follow me on Instagram for my artwork I do between, uploads and stuff like that. And follow my Twitch to watch me draw or animate. And of course, before you leave, drop a like on this video. It helps a lot and it keeps me going. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all later.